Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. On this channel we talk all about life and everything that affects us on a regular basis. So if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing, and then when you do, hit that bell so you're notified of all future videos. I do post every Tuesday and Thursday, and you're going to get a parenting tip or a life hack or a kitchen tip or makeup stuff, all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Today I've got two DIY hacks on doing your own nails at home and saving yourself some money.
You like long or short nail? Short nails, please, thanks. Oh, honey, that's why you don't have a boyfriend.
So if you're interested in learning how I do the dip powder and do a little hack on the side of that, stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, so I love the dip powder. I don't know if you know about this, but it's kind of like an acrylic nail. It's really tough and hard, but you just dip your fingernails into this powder. Instead of them, they dip into a liquid, they dip into the powder, and then they put acrylic on. Now you're just putting on a coating of this adhesive bond stuff, stick your nail in, and it's amazing. I love it. And they're hard and strong. They don't break. It doesn't chip off. It doesn't fade. And it's actually not as bad for your nails as acrylic nails. If you've ever had acrylic nails and you take those off, your nails are just paper thin and weak and gross. So with these, that's not the case. But in this area, at least, I don't know if this is everywhere, but in my area, it's like 60 bucks. It's 45 to do a regular one of these, and that's to remove the old color and put on a new one. So that's your maintenance. It's 45 bucks, but then if you have an accent nail at all, then they charge an extra 5 bucks. And then if you're tipping, I mean, you're spending like $55 every 3 weeks if you can push it that long, and that's just really expensive for some nails. So I decided to try and do it myself, and I will say it took a couple of times to get the hang of it. It looked like a lumpy mess the first time I had done it, and if I had given up then, I probably would have gone back to spending 110 bucks a month on nails. But I stuck with it and have learned a couple of tricks along the way that I'm going to share with you. And just a disclaimer, when I show you this footage, I picked this color that I thought was gonna be this super cool, trendy, kind of dark charcoal gray color.
Well, that's cool, baby.
And it wasn't exactly the color that I was expecting it to be, and it pretty much just looked like I stuck cement on my fingernails and that I was headed for the morgue. So, not the best color for me. And I will not be putting that color on again. But, so this is a much better color. It's kind of a really fun teal green, and much better. But so disregard the color, but here's my two hacks. The first hack is removing the old color, and what they tell you to do is put a cotton swab on that's been dipped in acetone, and then wrap it with this special foil that you can get like at Sally Beauty Supply or wherever, and then leave those on your nails for about 10 minutes, and then you wipe them off and then use a nail file to get off all of the residue. The problem with that is I was having a hard time getting those on one hand and not having it drip everywhere, and then it still wasn't working that good, and it's just awkward when you're doing it on yourself. So instead, I just take a bowl that I'll show you here, and I just stick my nails in it like this. Stick a bowl, stick the nails in it, wait for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, and then I do use an electric drill. Be careful with that. Get one that has a really low setting, or you can just use a rough emery board that's not an electric drill. It's just faster if you have an electric drill. But stick it in there for 15 minutes, take off a layer of it. If there's any left, put it back in for a few more minutes and then take it off. It is so much easier, so much faster, so much less messy than trying to get all that stuff on your nails and then not have it drip anywhere. So I just do it that way. Then once it's removed, then you put on your base coat and you dip in. A little mini tip in there is that after each time you dip in at a 45-degree angle, take a brush and brush it off in between. That is your biggest defense against lumpiness, is brushing off the excess in between each time you do a layer, because that's where it gets really lumpy. The first time I did it, I didn't do that, and it was pretty funny looking. So my last tip is, if you want to do an accent nail, but you don't want to have to buy the same glitter color of the color you're using, or a gold glitter or a silver glitter or all of that, because that can get kind of expensive. They're like $10 a piece at least for each individual color. If you don't want to do that, then just get a glitter polish that you like, that you want to have an accent, just a regular one, and just when you're done, paint it over on your ring finger or wherever and let it dry, and you're good to go. It will adhere to the actual other color here, and I'll show you. I can show you here. I have kind of an accent color here on this nail. It's the same actual color as this color, it just has glitter in it. And so I just put that on, so it's pretty subtle. Mine's pretty subtle. I don't know if you can really see it, but you can do any color on top of that, and that will save you the money of going out and buying the dip powder that has the glitter in it, because everything else is so expensive. Just get a regular nail polish and put it on top. So that's my tip for that. So the 3 tips: use the bowl, brush it off in between each dip in, and use a regular nail polish for the accent color. So that's it for today's video. I hope this has been helpful. I hope it inspires you to save a little money and try it yourself. It does take a little bit of a learning curve. It does have a learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, it looks great. Looks just like you've done it in a salon. It does take about an hour and a half or so for me to do it on myself, because it's not a short process, but I am saving so much money doing it. So thumbs up for saving some money. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next video. See you, ladies.